we're working on my spring cleaning series. I'm going to start here in the basement. You can see that's where we're at. But I just have a lot of cleaning that needs to be done down here. We actually haven't been feeling well. My daughter has been sick, and so she got me sick, and she just recently got my husband sick. And so this was the kind of like the place where they were hibernating. Luckily, the 2 other girls haven't gotten it, but they will be back from their moms tomorrow. And typically on the weekends, the kids, of course, love to be down in the basement, hanging out, chilling. Their friends come over sometimes, so they're always running around down here, being loud, being rambunctious. So I know they're going to want to be down here this weekend, and I've got to get this whole entire basement completely clean. So I figured, why not start my spring cleaning down here? Like I said, I'm pretty sure this whole place is contaminated. What she has is definitely contagious. It's like some type of viral something. I don't know. It only lasted 2 days, so she didn't go to the doctor, but it was in our throat and in our chest. And like I said, it only lasted 2 days for me, so I just basically slept all day yesterday, and the day before I just laid around, and so today I feel fine. So now it's my husband's turn. He's the one that's not feeling well, but I'm gonna get this whole entire basement completely top to bottom clean, hopefully get it nice and disinfected, and hopefully the littles will not get sick. So let's get to it. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but yep, there we go. I don't know what that is. There's some other, that's definitely spider web, which is gross. This is why I want to clean down all the walls. The basement just typically is dirty and nasty, and you can just see the dirt. I think that we had something here for a while. I think there's a bookshelf over here, so I don't know if that got rubbed or if it's just a dust buildup or what, but you can just see all along the walls if you really look and pay attention, or unless you have like freshly painted walls, or at least in my house, where this is like a 20-year-old house. I don't know the last time they painted in here, but you can just see like some of these scuff marks and stuff. I might just be able to get all that off by just cleaning it. And we do eventually want to paint down here, but this paint isn't terrible. Sorry guys, we've been sick. But this paint isn't terrible. It's showing up really peachy on camera, but I think that's just the lighting in here. You can see we have this track lighting, and so I think that's just the lighting. It's more of like a cream color, and so I'm okay with this color. However, I do think it's really filthy, and we need to get it cleaned. Hi everyone, welcome to All Inspired. My name is Amanda, and if you're new here on my channel, I like to do cooking, cleaning, DIYs, anything inspiring. I need to get more into the workouts, but that's to come. We're going to be doing a bunch of organizing and just anything that gets you up and motivated, gets you inspired to do some things. That's what I like to do here. I like to do a lot of homemaking things, but we're tackling some spring cleaning items, and I call this spring cleaning, but you could really call this quarterly cleaning, because that's really what it comes down to. I do not do a deep clean like this only during the spring. I do it quarterly. So you want to remember to get all of the cobwebs. They typically are just up in areas of your home. If you have an unfinished area, make sure you go in there and get the cobwebs. If you get the cobwebs, then the spiders don't tend to want to come around. You know, they want to make their webs in an area where there's a less traveled area. That's why they're in your basement, is because you're probably only down there certain times, and so up in the corners and in the unfinished areas there will be spider webs, and if you take care of those, the spiders will leave and want to go somewhere else and build their web. So do not skip out on that. Make sure when you're cleaning your basement, go ahead and go inside of that unfinished area and get that taken care of as well. But like I said, I just want to get these walls really scrubbed down. This basement was one of the things that was very much so neglected when we moved in. We had so much stuff going on, and it was just so busy and so chaotic that we kind of just threw everything down here, and now it needs a good scrub down. I'm pretty sure the homeowners before us may have smoked cigars down here. It didn't smell too terribly bad. They had some type of air purifier or something going. So when we did the walkthrough and the home inspection and all that, it really didn't smell that bad down here, but you can see that there's tar buildup, and that's why I'm doing a really, really thorough washing. I should have done this when we first moved in. I didn't even realize how bad it was. So what I did is I just took a whole bucket, I filled it up with completely hot water, as hot as I could stand it, and then I put basically power wash. I put Dawn dish soap and alcohol in there. Like I said, we've all been sick, so I'm trying to get this area nice and cleaned up because the little girls will be coming home this weekend, and I wanted to make sure that this area is nice and clean and disinfected. So I also, I've taught this before on my channel. I will always preach this. Use multiple towels. So you fill the water all the way up with hot water. You put your dish soap in there. You put your alcohol in there. And then you put several towels, whatever towels you like to use, put several of them in the bucket, and then you take the towel out, you wipe all the surface down, and then when you need a new towel, you get a new towel. You do not put your dirty towel back into the bucket because then you will be cleaning with dirty water. That is a tip from a professional. It will save you so much time, so much heartache. Now, I will suggest that before you're all done, take all of your microfiber towels and rinse them in that bucket because you don't want all that dirt and grime going into your washer. So I'm going to move right along. I got this really cool steam shot. I'm not even sure if I'm doing this right because it created a huge mess. And so maybe there's an attachment. I think there might have been an attachment that I didn't put on here. I'm not sure. I used this at my old house and I didn't feel like it made that big of a mess. But for some reason in here, it was just shooting it all over the place and the couch was right here. And so I kind of just wiped that out the best that I could. I actually got it really, really clean, but I stopped messing around with that steam shot, and you'll see that I use that again on the sliding glass door. But with the couch being right here, it was like splattering on the couch, and I should have laid something down, but I just went ahead and got some elbow grease and got the rest of the window cleaned out, and now I'm just gonna get the outside all nice and cleaned. On the inside, I used my spray away, but on the outside, it is so filthy out here. We had construction going on with the deck and then the winter and all that. It's just so filthy. So I just go ahead and go over it with one of my microfiber towels that's in the bucket, and then I come over with a dry towel to get all those streaks and stuff off of there. I just want to dry it all off and make it look nice and clean. But now I'm going to move right along into the sliding glass doors and see it doesn't seem to be squirting it as far all over the place. Before it was just like the mud was just flinging all over the place, but over here it seems to be doing a lot better. So I go ahead and use this because it is really, really nice to get all that grime out. I mean, you just go back and forth and then you just wipe it straight up and it comes right out. And so it was really convenient. Like I said, this had some tar buildup on it. So I just went around the whole door and just kind of just lightly went around it and just made sure that I could break all that down. And then I just went to town scrubbing this whole door. I actually thought that it was like just an older door and it was just going to be discolored like that forever because, you know, this is a 20-year-old house. It's not a brand new house. And so I thought that was just one of those things that over time it gets discolored. No, I went through with this steamer and my microfiber towel, and this door looks brand new. It looks so fantastic. I cannot believe how great that did, but I will leave it linked below. If you ever want to use it, you can check it out. Just make sure if it's right by your upholstered furniture rather, that you put a towel or something down because there is some splashback from it. I really love that tree in our backyard. We can see that from every level of our house. We're in the basement, the main level, and then it's right outside my bedroom window, and it's so beautiful. It's just so pretty. And I know that the white flower's not going to last for long, but I'm just happy that it's spring and it's getting warm, and it's so pretty. But look at all of that build up. I got it all broken down, and I just go over it with the microfiber cloth several different times just to get it off of there. But there's just so much build up. I could have done a whole entire video just on that door. I just went to town. It probably took me about 20 minutes to do just the door. Thankfully, I had that steamer that got most of the buildup off for me, but I just went to town just scrubbing it down. And now I'm going to do the same thing with all the baseboards. Eventually, I am going to paint these, but that's just not something we're going to do today. So I'm just working on getting it nice and clean. I don't want any pollen or buildup or tar. I mean, if they did smoke cigars down here, which I'm pretty sure they did, then that nicotine builds up, and after that builds up, it's sticky, and so then you have dust and dirt and debris that will build up right on top of it. And I'm pretty sure these baseboards never have been painted. They're still in primer, so they do desperately need to be painted. They do not look perfect when I'm done cleaning them, but my whole purpose is to get all of that sticky tar off so we do not have any pollen buildup, because in the area where we live, there's tons of pollen. There'll be more to come, but for right now, I just want to get this place super scrubbed down. I would say maybe during the summertime, I'll probably come down here and do some home projects, get some painting done and stuff like that. We have some doors that need to be painted. We have hardware that needs to be switched out, just things like that, just little minor changes that will be to come. But if you guys are interested in seeing some of that content, then you should definitely hit the subscribe button and stick around. So at the very end of this video, I'm just going to get the rest of the cleaning done. Like I said, we got sick, and I really meant to use the carpet cleaner down here, but I wasn't feeling well. I'm still not feeling the greatest. I'm feeling much better than I was, but not the greatest. And so I'm just going to do a real thorough vacuum. I picked up the rug. I'm going to put it back down and just get a real thorough vacuuming done down here. But I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about jealousy. So on my channel, I really want to do some inspiring things, and I really want to inspire people along the way. And when I was doing this cleaning, I was listening to a podcast, and the individual was talking about jealousy, and he asked if you had ever heard of Tiger Woods' story. And so, he's a really great golf player. However, do you know what he went through as a kid? And apparently his dad was like real hard on him, and it was a way that he pushed him. Like, they went out, they practiced, and his dad would be real hard on him and say really horrible things to him, to the point to where they had a safe word, which is a little scary, but I guess Tiger never used it. Either way, that's what he went through. And so, yeah, the idea of being a golf player sounds fantastic and wonderful, and you're the top of your game and you're number one and all that, except for, do you really want to go through what he went through to get there? Because I wouldn't. I don't know, it's just a personal opinion, but I kind of my jealousy is a little bit different than most. Mother's Day is getting ready to come around the corner, and if you've been on my channel, then you know that my mom passed away. And so I'm not jealous of fancy houses or fancy cars or fancy diamond earrings. That's not something that I'll ever be jealous of, but something that I am jealous of is not having a mom, not having my sister. It's just really hard. I miss my mom a lot, and so I miss my sister a lot. She was my best friend, and so that's something that I struggle with, and it's just different. I don't know. I don't really know how to say this, but it's one of those things that I just really wish I had my mom. And any of you that have lost your mom as well, or even someone close to you, you know exactly what I mean. That it's just kind of like, yeah, you just really wish you had that. And so jealousy, I think we should use that as a motivator. Unfortunately, I can't use my situation as a motivator, but what I can do is look at the relationships that I do have, and I have a wonderful sister-in-law and a wonderful mother-in-law, and so I'm just gonna keep thriving with those relationships and know that I have wonderful memories with my family members, and I hope that you guys can do the same. Thank you guys that stuck around to the very end. I appreciate all of you.